There comes a point in our search for a more efficient and economically safe energy source when we have to start paying attention to what the Earth is telling us. So today, in an attempt to present what we believe is a viable alternative green energy source, we're going to hear from a few individuals who are among those most affected by our choices.
Although the discussion about energy has for a long time been fueled and constricted by the concern of economic costs, the rapid depletion of our cheapest natural resources is forcing us to look elsewhere for energy sources, elsewhere to resources that can be easily renewed. This is what leads us to the discussion of biofuels.
Biofuels are fuels taken from naturally occurring organic materials such as plants or plant oils. Fuel can be extracted from a wide variety of organic material in a wide variety of different forms. Today, we are going to focus on two forms of biofuels that have already proven to be very promising.
These two forms are biodiesel and algae. These are, of course, only two examples amongst a plethora of options for biofuels. But we present these two because they are on the cutting edge of biofuel research. Allow us to break them down for you.
Biodiesel is very similar to the diesel gas you put into your car, except that it's made from soybean oil, vegetable oils, and other natural ingredients. Unlike regular petroleum diesel, biodiesel is non-toxic and biodegradable.
It is also much better for the atmosphere because it releases a significantly lower amount of nasty emissions that produce smog and acid rain. And since biodiesel is made from plants, like me, that we can easily and quickly grow, it is a renewable fuel.
Along with all the environmental benefits of biodiesel, it would also be significantly beneficial to America's economy. Biodiesel is made from the very crops that American farmers are already making. An increase in biodiesel means supporting American agriculture and increasing industry job opportunities.
Many people have already begun using biodiesel, and its performance is proven equivalent to petroleum diesel. Biodiesel can be used in any diesel engine, which means there would not have to be many major infrastructure changes in order to use this cleaner, greener fuel.
Speaking of green, why don't we tell them a little bit more about biofuels that come from algae?
Oh yeah! But of course, we cannot forget about our little green friends.
There's been a massive increase in biofuel research centered around the oil that can be extracted from algae. This oil, with very little processing, can be turned into a cleaner, greener form of gasoline.
This gasoline made from algae emits far fewer greenhouse gases than petroleum fuels and even corn-based biofuels. Algae gasoline also has a significant energy return, very close to that of petroleum, and 3 times higher than cellulosic ethanol, which is a fuel made from grasses and wood.
That is why I wear the monocle. The biocrude produced from algae is similar enough to traditional crudes that it can be dropped into the refining process with only a few tweaks. In other words, to process the oil extracted from algae, we could use much of the infrastructure we already have with only a few changes.
One of the biggest changes that would ensue if we were to use algae-based fuel would be that we would be freeing up hundreds of acres of land. It has been reported that 10,000 gallons of oil can be produced on a single acre of land. If all the petroleum fuel were to be replaced by algae fuel, it would only take 1/7 of the land currently being used to make corn for ethanol.
That's a whole lot of land that we could give back to farmers to grow edible food.
It sure is.
Algae research is rather new in the biofuels department, and it is still ongoing. At first, scientists thought that the only way to extract the needed oils from the algae was to kill the algae. But they are now finding ways to get the oils without harming the algae. Now it's a win situation for everyone,
including the algae.
When we look at biofuels as a source of energy in comparison to other options, the pros far outweigh the cons. In comparison to nuclear energy, biofuels have far fewer dangerous emissions, and the waste that results from refining and processing biofuels is natural and easily biodegradable.
And in comparison to solar, tidal, or wind energy sources, the energy return on biofuels is much higher and much closer to our current, less green energy sources, such as petroleum, diesel.
Another huge benefit of biofuels is that biofuels are so similar to the current fuels we are using that they require much less change in infrastructure and they can be used in most of the engines we already have. There's no need to create complicated contraptions to get the fuel or to use it. Biofuels have so many benefits to the environment and the economy.
And there's been much research to show that these natural, safe fuels work.
In the end, biofuels might not be the most efficient or the most cost-effective, but they're by far the most efficient and cost-effective we can get while still remaining safe for the environment and for the health of you and me and our potato families.
Help us continue the research and implement what we know already to start making a greener, cleaner, better world. Goodbye! We got the script wrong already. This is only the first line.
Alright,
Leads
guys.
us to the discussion of biofuels.
This is your line. Let's go. Everybody, wait a minute. She's preparing herself. Any minute now.
Unlike regular petroleum, diesel. Sorry.
Stop bumping into me.
You guys are really
Stop
close. You're really close to me. Scoot you over a little. Scoot you over. Not that far.
Don't,
Come
Amber,
back.
come back.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Sorry. Let me read that line
3
again.
times higher than cellulosic?
Yeah. Cellulosic.
That is a hard word.
Okay, we'll read it again.
We have hard words. Ah! Okay, serious.
Far outweigh the cons. In comparison to nuclear energy, biofuels have far fewer
Stop hitting me.
rage mosh pit
Stop it. Stop hitting me. I can't work like this.
as a source of energy in comparison to other options.
Ah! You are invading my personal space. Personal space. One more time.
This is good. This is good.
Sorry,
This is
mine
coming
hurts
off
too.
the knife.
All right, we're so close.
And
I
then-
mean, look at my character. I probably have grand potatoes.